Alright, welcome back everyone to another video here on the channel. 5571, we're here to cover all things the Lunar New Year Festival right behind me here. But before I get started in the parks, I want to head to downtown Disney, cover a few new updates that have happened over there, and then we'll try our best to go over to Haunted Mansion before we cross over back to this park to see if potentially it's going to be soft opening. We heard a rumor it might be happening, so let's go ahead and check it out. So downtown Disney first, Haunted Mansion second, and then we'll come back over here to do some Lunar New Year stuff. So before I headed into the parks today, I wanted to come over here to downtown Disney because we had some movement over here at the ESPN zone. So they've covered the whole building, not only in walls and in scaffolding, but they even took down all the screens that were on the outside, those old screens that have been sitting there from when it used to be ESPN zone. And if you go on this side, you can see the main marquee entrance for the restaurant or former restaurant is also covered as well. Now, we did see a permit filed for this location that said that it was going to switch into 3 different tenant spaces. Currently, right now, Disney uses it for office space, especially on the 2nd floor. So I'm not sure if that means the bottom floor will be the 2 new tenants and Disney will maintain their offices on the 2nd floor, but we are finally seeing construction and movement over here at ESPN Zone, and I'm happy to see it, right? This building has been basically vacant for so long and just more recently been an advertisement for Disney Plus. So happy to see it, whatever it ends up being. Even if the top floor is still used as offices, it'll be nice to get something new on the bottom floor. But let's go ahead and continue on. There's one more thing I wanted to show you guys about downtown Disney before we head in. And then we'll head over to DCA to start our Lunar New Year adventure, which is the main portion of this video. I wanted to give you guys a guide of kind of my favorite things and things to do over at Lunar New Year Festival for the rest of the video, for the most part. I'm going to try to get over to Haunted Mansion if I can. It's not supposed to open till tomorrow, but sometimes Disney loves to do those soft openings, so that's what we're going to hope for. Next, I wanted to show you guys this. This is the Disney Storyland Boutique, and we showed this last time. It had the dress shop logo. Well, look at this. Now it has the Disney Storyland Boutique signage. It's going to be opening soon. Disney actually shared a picture of this signage, but we'll have to wait and see. There's going to be some crazy merch in there, supposedly. Maybe even stuff from foreign Disney parks. It'll be really fun. I'm excited for new stuff like that comes to downtown Disney. I miss Vault 28 and D Street and all those really fun stores we had, so hopefully this kind of brings those same vibes. But let's continue walking now over to the parks and get started on this day. Alright, so I decided to divert over to Disneyland. I wasn't going to at first, but Mondo and I decided that we were going to go over to Haunted Mansion and see if potentially maybe it's open for a quick soft opening. If not, we're going to have to try again later in the day. But it might be the day of Haunted Mansion Saga, so we'll have to see if we can ever get on it. It opens officially tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the big day, yeah, officially.
We're hoping for today. We're hoping for today, so fingers crossed. What do you...
Disneyland always likes to do these things where something big's happening at DCA and then Disneyland does this, you know?
Very true. They do that all the time. That's
why we made a Disneyland start, but at the same time, all the booths and just Lunar New Year festivities don't really start till like 11 anyways. So we're not missing out. Today's gonna be a jam-packed day. Lunar New Year opening day. Lots of celebration gonna happen, new foods. I can't wait to do the characters too and stuff like that. And then the big ones at night with the World of Color Lunar New Year opening. So that's going to be cool.
It's a long day, a lot of stuff. So let's go see if Haunted Mansion's open. So it looks like a no-go, unfortunately, for Haunted Mansion, at least right now. It is still closed, potentially doing soft openings later today. We'll have to check back. But right now, it's closed. So the next stop's going to be DCA. I can cross over at 11 a.m. and get started on all this Lunar New Year stuff. And then we'll check back later. And no matter how long the line is, I guess we'll just have to bear through it so we can experience it for the first time. But let's head to DCA now. All right, so we're starting over here at Disney California Adventure for the Lunar New Year Festival, kicking it off. We got our Sip and Savor Pass. This is gonna give you 6 tastings at booths and restaurants. For Magic Key holders, this is $45, and I believe it's $48 if you're not a Magic Key holder. As long as you're getting something as a Magic Key holder that's worth $7.50 or more, you're saving money. So, and basically every item is well over that price. So make sure you're using this only on entrees and you're not using it on desserts or non-alcoholic drinks. you want to use this on entrees. So if you want to get a dessert or a drink, buy that with your own money. Save this for that. And don't forget, you can also use this at restaurants like Smoke Jumpers, Paradise Garden Grill. Another tip too, I've mentioned it in past festival videos, but this one for sure, you can order from one booth from any of the other booths that you want. So if you want to order all at once and then just pick it up as you go throughout the day, that's another way to save time as well too. But let's get started. I think Mondo and I want to do the pho dip first. So this is the first item that we started with. This was top of my list if you guys listen to the podcast. This is the pho dip sandwich. So it's essentially kind of like a mix between a French dip, a Vietnamese banh mi, and pho. So it's basically all the ingredients you would find in pho plus the pho broth. And then you're gonna put that on like a French roll like you would a banh mi, and then dip it in pho. So it's like this weird amalgamation, real kind of fusion idea, but this was top of the list for me. I saw it and I was like, I have to try that. I love pho, I love banh mi. Everything looked really, really good. So this is gonna be my first pick today. This one's well over $9, so definitely a savings with the Sip and Savor Pass. So let's check it out and see how good it is. All right, so we got it on our best table over here in Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. So this is the pho dip. It's got the mint leaves, the pickled items. Ready for it.
Brutal.
So I'm dipping it in the pho broth. We're gonna get our first bite over here so I don't make a mess. Wow, that's pretty good. You got the beef that you would normally get in pho, all the vegetables like the noodles kind of thing, the jalapenos, the pickled vegetables. You have the mint leaves, and the broth is good too. So this is definitely a contender for top of the festival so far, for me anyways. I want to go for another bite. So the reason why we came over here to the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail to eat this item is also because this is normally a meet and greet for Raya the past few years here at the Lunar New Year Festival. And so I wanted to show you guys as part of the guide whether this was available, what it looked like, etc. But they will not be having Raya meet and greet at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. It's so weird too because if you guys listen to the podcast, the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail is scheduled to go down for refurbishment on February 16th, like right when the festival closes. So I thought for sure it kind of lined up perfectly, but they're not doing Raya. We talked to the cast members here. She's just not coming back, and they don't know if she's going to be meeting or greeting anywhere else in the festival. So there's no Lunar New Year stuff at all in the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. So for right now, it's going to remain the normal Redwood Creek Challenge Trail until February, when it closes for a very long extended refurbishment. Before we head over to the next food item over in Avengers Campus, I wanted to show you guys some of the merchandise for the Lunar New Year Festival. They always have some of the best merch. Starting off right here with one of the new collaborations from Disney and Lug, which is their new kind of like premium bag brand maker. This is the Disney California Adventure Lunar New Year of the Snake. You can see it makes the Mickey there. Really cool bag. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. I think it's $65. We have the Spirit jersey for this year. It has Mickey on the front, and then one of the t-shirts. They've got some plush here of Mickey in his traditional outfits. And then let me just show you a closer look of the Spirit jersey too. Hi. So here's the back of the Spirit jersey. It says Lunar New Year 2025, and it has some lanterns. And then you saw the front, which has the Mickey on it. And then it has the little snake logo with Mickey. Then they also have some of the money envelopes. They always do these every year, really fun too. They've got some Panda May merch over there from Turning Red. This shirt has caught my eye. I really want this shirt. I always like to get the shirts from Lunar New Year Festival. It has the snake logo on the back for Year of the Snake. And then on the front side, it says Lunar New Year 2025, and then it has Chip and Dale here. I think this one is $35. And then these are the ears this year. They have lanterns, the Year of the Snake logo in the middle. This like poofy little bow in the middle here. And then all these pins, tons of pins. And then they've just got some random other accessories and items. This is over here right across from the Little Mermaid attraction. In the thick of it all on the performance corridor. You can get the merch here. I also saw merch available for sale over at the front Five and Dime store when we first walked in. And then they have another cart along the parade corridor right by Sonoma Terrace. So there's a lot of places you can get merch if you can't find it. But this is probably one of the best festival merch times of the year. So definitely check it out. So we actually just stopped for Mulan's Lunar New Year procession, which goes throughout the festival at multiple times throughout the day. This is the best spot though, I feel, right across from Avengers Campus, because you get that marquee in the background.
Expression of gratitude and honor. Mulan loves the swirling colors of the ribbons. Mulan learned to respect the strength and discipline of the martial arts for her father. This centuries-old art form celebrates a rich heritage of bravery and honor. And now, Mulan and friends are honored to share the beautiful Chinese traditions and heritage of this joyous holiday. Please join them in welcoming Mushu as we celebrate the Year of the Snake. The blooming flower is a comforting symbol for Mulan. As her father taught her that she would blossom beautifully in her own time. The spirited dragon dance is one of Mulan's favorite traditions. She learned from her ancestors that the wise and powerful dragon dances across the sky to scare away bad luck and bring good fortune in the new year.
So next up, we're headed into Avengers Campus over here at PIM Test Kitchen. We're gonna get the item that was top of my list as far as the want list is concerned. The pho dip was up there, but this one is number one. This is the Legend of the 10 Spices flatbread over here at PIM Test Kitchen. This is to celebrate Shang-Chi, whose movie, as you know, is called Legend of the 10 Rings. So it has 10 spices apparently, and also has ring radishes all over it. So kind of like a little play on the movie. Really, really cool. I love that PIM Test Kitchen's getting in on it. And honestly, PIM Test Kitchen's had some really fire options lately. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. But I've got my mobile order booked already. That's my biggest tip for you. Book your mobile orders for locations like this one before you even get in the park. Pick a time later in the day you think is going to be good for lunch and grab it. Here we are, we have arrived at the Legends of the 10 Spices flatbread. This is over at PIM Test Kitchen. This was my most anticipated item. This is quite the item. It smells spicy too. But it's basically got a Kung Pao beef on it, a sesame spread, which is this kind of orange sauce here. It's got radishes, which are like the 10 rings from Shang-Chi. It has onions and cilantro, and then I think there's like a chili sauce drizzled on top too. So it's definitely probably on the spicier end, especially since it's Kung Pao based. But I can't wait to try this one. I'm going to split it with Mondo. Are you excited, Mondo?
Can't wait to try it. You can smell the spice. So
You can.
That's gonna live up to spice, I'm guessing. And people throughout the event have been saying that things are spicy.
Yeah.
Which that's a good thing. I like it.
Yeah, so Year of the Snake apparently is like spicy.
Year of the spicy.
But let's dig into this. All right, I'm gonna try Legends of the 10 Spices flatbread. I kind of tried my best to get like a little slice here. So let's see if we can try it all together. It definitely has the Kung Pao like flavor to it. And I don't know what the sesame spread is, but that's really, really good. The cilantro, the onions, I can taste it all. This is by far my favorite thing so far.
I don't think nothing's gonna beat it. That's the number one item.
This is so good.
Dude, you're handling the spice like a boss, Danny. I thought it was too much.
This is $14.99 over at Pim Test Kitchen. Definitely shareable. Definitely 5 out of 5 spice level. Really, really spicy. And the flavors work well together. If you like beef, you like kung pao, you like radishes and all that stuff, this is for you. I love this. I would get it again for sure, but don't eat it by yourself.
It's a lot, but good.
Yeah. Next up, we're getting the chashu pork ribs over here at the Bamboo Blessings booth. That's our next stop, so we're gonna go ahead and get in the pickup line for this one and try this next. So here we have the chashu ribs. It's a pretty good sized portion of it. This one's also over $9 as well too, so an excellent option to use on your Sip and Savor Pass. This is from the Bamboo Blessings booth again. This is only our second item from the booths themselves. So I'm excited to try this one. Not sure if it's also going to be spicy. I'm not too familiar with chashu, but I'm excited. It looks good and smells really good, so let's try it. All right, I'm gonna go in for the chashu pork ribs here. Let's try it out. Okay. So remember when I said I was worried it was gonna be spicy? Not spicy at all. I'm not really familiar with what chashu is, but this is really sweet. Mondo said there's pineapple in here.
You gotta try the rice. Try the rice, Danny.
Going in on the rice. There's like pineapple chunks in there. This is so good. This is definitely a top contender for sure. Another recommendation over here at Lunar New Year Festival, the chashu ribs. Add this to your list of items to get for sure at Bamboo Blessings. 10 out of 10. All right, the next item on our list is over here from Prosperity Bao and Buns in Pixar Pier at the Little Mermaid attraction. This is gonna be the Kung Pao Bao. And here it is right here. This is the item in question. This is a repeat from last year. It looks a little bit plussed up this time around, but I'm excited to try it. Kung Pao's, supposed to be spicier, but it doesn't look too spicy or smell spicy, so we'll see how it is. All right, so I'm gonna go in on the Kung Pao Bao bun. So it has that same Kung Pao flavor as the Legend of the 10 Spices pizza had, but this is chicken now instead of beef. So a little bit of a different taste, but oh, this is pretty good. I had it last time, and it doesn't really taste much different. It's definitely a good item, so I see why they brought it back. But I don't necessarily know that this is one I would jump to spend my points on. In all honesty, the red panda bao, people really like that one. So that might be a better choice for you on yours. But I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 for Mondo's rating scale here. Not the best, but it's okay. So next up, we're gonna head over here to the festival garden area over by the Paradise Garden Grill. This is usually like the festival hub for all of Disney California Adventures festivals. They've got activities for the kids, activities for everyone, additional food booths here, and of course, Paradise Garden Grill, which has become like the rotating restaurant back here, offers different seasonal items based on whatever year's festival is going on. So, but I wanted to point out right here more specifically, this little booth right here is going to be the only place in all of the festival that you can get the Mickey-shaped hot dog bun. This is a very popular item that's come back year after year, and usually it's at the food booths, but this time around it's only here at this little booth right here in the festival garden. And this booth isn't always open, so if you really want this Mickey hot dog pretzel bun, you're gonna need to make sure to come over here and prioritize that. So we're gonna get that one for sure. And then we're gonna get something from the Paradise Garden Grill area back there. All right, here it is. This is the Mickey hot dog bun. This is $8 or Sip and Savor eligible, and it's only available here again at this little cart in the Paradise Garden area. So make sure you get it if you guys wanted to get it over here. And this is not always served like hot and fresh, so you can maybe ask them too if you want to make sure you're coming when it's like just arrived. Let's see if it's different from previous years. It does feel a little bit softer, like Mondo was saying. It's not as like hard as it was. This is probably the better version I've ever had of it. You remember how it used to be kind of dry, Mondo? Not
That's
that
what
good?
I remember. It was dry, hard.
Now it's like buttery. This is good. I like this. I would definitely get it again.
That good?
The price of this has definitely gone up over the years, right? I think it started out as like $5 when it originally came out. And it's definitely changed like the kind of bread that it is. This is definitely a more flaky, buttery bread than it's been in the past. So I would definitely get this one this year. And again, make sure you go, it's only at this little booth. Nowhere else in the festival can you get it. So you kind of have to make your way over here and make sure you remember that it's here, because a lot of times people forget this little tiny booth here. Usually it has like little desserts and stuff. I think they're also serving like an ube dessert as well. So, but I'm glad I made it my way over here to get it, because I had skipped this the last few years and I think it's gotten much better. All right, next up came from the Paradise Garden Grill area. It's this. This is the banh mi sip and savor portion. This is also over $9, and look at that huge chunk of meat they gave us. This is definitely worth it. This was from the Paradise Garden Grill area. I just left that area because they have some amazing bands performing, and it was just really loud. You guys would never be able to hear me talking. So we're gonna try it over here in a little bit more peace and quiet in the performance corridor. All right, I'm gonna go for my first bite of the banh mi. Wow, this is really good. I mean, I've had it before here at Disney, and it's good, but this is like the best. And they gave us so much meat. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm gonna go back for a second. This one's 5 out of 5 for me. Highly recommend. This is a sip and savor portion over at Paradise Garden Grill. I would get the full-size entree version of this in actuality. This is better than that 10 spices pizza that we had earlier. So get this for sure, 100%. The last item that we're trying is the spice wings, or the fire wings, rather, from the Red Dragon Spice Trader booth, which is on the performance corridor back there. It was a little bit busy over there. It's one of the most busiest booths in the whole area, so we left to come over here and try it. But cheers, I'm gonna go in on the first one. This is the last item that we're trying of the festival, so we saved the best for last because everyone was hyping this up to us along the way. So let's try it.
You're actually you didn't react to the flatbread, and I thought that was hella spicy. So you reacting to this? I don't know if I want to try that.
This is crazy. These are really spicy, but they're really good. Honestly, they're not dry at all. But I would give these probably a 4 out of 5, and I definitely would share them and not eat all these unless I wanted to die. So. But definitely try them and share them. But this is not on my top of the list items, but I was definitely glad I tried it. All right, so Mondo has to say goodbye from us at this point for the Lunar New Year Festival. We had so much fun trying all of the things on our lanyard. I would say my top items were the hot dog bun and the banh mi sandwich, which both of those are repeats from previous years, but somehow they outdid themselves this year.
But they're better this year.
Yeah.
They're way better. That's one thing I will say. Most of the things that did transition to this year, once again, they improved on it. They really did. The banh mi too for me, and then the strawberry cream brulee, absolutely delicious. I'm gonna go down on the record and say, don't ever get the fire wings unless you're just prepared for a broken spice meter, 10 out of 10 spicy. I couldn't enjoy that. It was just...
My nose is still running from that, and I did not finish all the wings. That was way too spicy for me.
And one thing to say too, if you're considering a sip and savor, this is worth it. That was easily $45 worth of fun, and so many different flavors. Like nothing tasted the same to me, Danny. Everything was just different, and I love that.
I can't wait to come back and try some other things later on, but thanks for joining us on this little journey, going through all the different food items here. You knew some of the list items that I had on my want list from the podcast, so if you guys haven't watched that already. You can watch that. And then I'll be doing another podcast with Mondo.
Let's go.
Where we'll kind of recap our time here and go over some of the favorites and recommendations we have for you guys.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, but let's continue on. The last stop on my day here for the Lunar New Year celebration brings me in here to the Bodine Bread Factory, the sourdough bread factory, because I wanted to get this, a special snake for Year of the Snake. It's like a braided sourdough snake. It's got little raisin eyes, I believe, as well here too. This will be mostly my dinner. This was over here at Bodine Bread Factory. I think it's like $10 with your discount for Magic Key. Not too bad. But they do a fun little thing like this for the Lunar New Year every time. So I wanted to see which one they had. Saw that they were going to have snake bread, and I wanted to get it before they ran out. And this is over here at Bodine Bread Factory. There's a little cart outside that does it for you, and you can use your Magic Key discount on it. All right, everyone, that wraps up this day here at the Disneyland Resort, visiting not only Disneyland, but Disney California Adventure for the kickoff of the Lunar New Year Festival. I hope you enjoyed going along with me and Mondo as we tried a bunch of things on our Sip and Savor Pass and shared with you our favorites. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you get the latest podcast episodes and newest videos. Leave a like on this video and make sure to leave a comment with your favorite item that you saw us try that you're excited to try as well. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you in the next video.